Alright, everybody, welcome to the final round of the Checkmate Tournament. I'm Myxieneo, and I will be your commentator for today. Earlier today, we got to see the third place match between Halcyon and SugarBabies, and SugarBabies emerged victorious. So I'm really looking forward to the teams Ghost and Omega competing today. They're going to be going for first and second place respectively. And good luck to both teams. We do have a list of the roster for the survivors and hunters of each team, and that will include Yu, Kaka, Sky, and Nice for survivors for Ghost. And their hunter is LX. They're also a dual faction player, pretty impressive. And they'll have LED Fungler for survivor as well as a sub. And for the Omega team, they'll be having Pit Stoppers, who will also be a dual faction. He's also registered as a hunter. We're also going to have Honor, we're going to have FYFI, and we're going to have Random Skies, other pronunciations of their username open to interpretation. We're going to have Nico as a hunter as well, and their sub-survivors are going to be Cloud and Kluihom. Sorry for my mispronunciation. Yeah. Yesterday, we saw some really impressive gameplay from both sides. I know from Ghost, we saw Yu play some Priestess and Female Dancer. We saw Nice play some Psychologist and Barmaid. Kaka with the Forward, Sky with the Acrobat and Patient. And Alex really showed off their skills with the Geisha, Violinist, and Sculptor. As for Omega, I definitely remember seeing Random Skies play Prospector, Forward, and Pit Stoppers played Patient and Barmaid for Survivor, as well as Breaking Wheel, I believe. And Honor played some Forward and Acrobat. Now, we are going to be having Cloud as a sub-survivor for the finals here, but Cloud was able to play Seer and Magician yesterday. And we are going to have Nico as well. He brought out the Dream Witch and Clerk, so please look forward to gameplay of these characters, but maybe some other pocket picks or surprise picks that we might not anticipate. But yeah, we are going to be proceeding to the map and then band pick selection. Ghost has chosen to opt for banning Sacred Heart Hospital, so we are going to be seeing Arms Factory first thing. Really exciting stuff. We definitely typically see bigger maps chosen for the first round. We've seen lots of Lakeside Village and Moonlit River Park, which do of course get banned as well, but having Arms Factory as that first pick gives lots of opportunities for both sides. It's one of the smaller maps, definitely lots of terrain, and honestly, with the first round, it gives lots of opportunities for the hunter players especially. For the first round, survivors will not be able to ban any hunters, so it definitely gives room for characters such as Dream Witch who tend to get banned later on. Another thing to note that since this is going to be the finals and the last matchup for this tournament overall, it's going to be best out of 5 rather than best out of 3. Now then, on to the survivors and hunter picks and bans. I believe we are going to be getting the Omega survivors versus the Ghost Hunter first thing. And LX is going to opt for banning Female Dancer first and foremost. Definitely a solid choice. Arms Factory is definitely a strong map for Female Dancer. Dare I say her strongest. There's just so many palettes to work with and so many opportunities to utilize those music boxes for the full potential. Female Dancer definitely has a great potential for support, so taking her off the table so early on as the first ban is a really good choice. Of course, it does give room for other meta survivors such as Seer and Mercenary, who are often banned, especially Seer. Seer is our token most banned survivor throughout this entire tourney, I recall correctly, and Mercenary is the most chosen survivor. I definitely think that if LX is going to opt for another hunter that they've played before, especially that Geisha, which I look forward to seeing live. I only had to watch replays, but I would love to see that Geisha. I definitely think that this team composition would be a strong counter pick, but we are going to be seeing Acrobat get banned as the second survivor pick. So forward is going to come into play. Another super meta survivor. Definitely a good option for Omega. And our last survivor ban was going to be the patient. But it allows Omega to choose Barmaid as their final character. Now, one thing to note is that Barmaid and Seer in a team together is definitely a big threat, especially if LX is going to opt for a more single hitting hunter such as Geisha. Of course, there's definitely also a violinist as an option. We've seen some very excellent violinist plays, as well as some sculptor. That will definitely be good for the owl, for example, but we've seen some great Barmaid and Seer combinations before, and Barmaid has definitely been up there in the bans as well, aside from Seer. In the third place match earlier, it was about 2 hours ago, we saw the Barmaid do an amazing kite from the SugarBabies side. So paired with a Seer Owl, it just really allowed Barmaid to kite for the entire match. I'm wondering if we'll get to see something like that from Omega side. Now, we are going to be seeing Alex choose Sculptor. First and foremost, I definitely think that Barmaid was also a really great way of getting out that Sculptor. But prior to the Hunter selection, we also had to have survivors select their persona webs just to make things fair. And it does look like we're going to be having one tied. Forward and Barmaid are going to opt for Flywheel instead, and Seer will opt for Broken Windows. Definitely a solid choice. I think Forward is especially strong with Flywheel, and so is Barmaid, of course, but being able to utilize that Flywheel to avoid hits, you really want to keep your Forward as healthy as possible just to play things safe. And I've just had to switch out right there. Apologies to Omega, I will not be playing for you. But yeah, Barmaid is another great survivor with Flywheel. I think it serves really good as an additional sort of Dufresne, the speed boost that she can drink. But yeah, now that we've gotten those bans and picks settled, we will be moving to the area selection shortly. Now, it looks like we're going to be having Honor playing as our forward, and Pit Stoppers playing as Barmaid, Random Skies as Seer, and our last player, I believe that's Fi, is going to be playing Mercenary. Now, once again, it's going to be the forward and Barmaid opting for that Flywheel effect, Seer with the Broken Windows, and of course our Mercenary with Tide. Now, I really wonder what Alex is going to be bringing as Sculptor. I wonder if they'll play it safe by bringing that to tension, but honestly, LX is a really impressive hunter. I would not be surprised if they choose to opt for a different final talent. Now then, on to the area selection. We're going to be having Mercenary over by the Factory Ruins and Pit Stoppers by the Factory itself. Random Skies is going to be in the middle with Forward over by the Shack. Interesting picks. Usually we see Mercenary spawning in the middle, but we are going to be seeing Alex have 3 different options. This is going to be the Omega Survivors versus the Ghost Hunter in the first half of round 1. Good luck to both teams. I'm curious to see who Alex is going to chase first. If he's lucky enough to find the Barmaid, Barmaid's really gonna have to pull all the stops to prolong the kite as much as possible. And of course, Seer is nearby, and it does seem like Alex is going to go in the direction of the Seer for now. But Seer is going to move away from the middle, going over towards the deep sandbags area, and lucky enough, the cipher is unable to be decoded there, so no one will be there It's definitely going to have random skies rely on their own individual height, but I definitely think that this sandbags area is a strong area to utilize. There's lots of pallets and walls to break line of sight, and it does look like Alex here has located the trail, and oh, good attempt to hide, but here comes the onslaught of statues. That was a really close call, and oh, interestingly enough, he wasn't able to get chipped by the statue there, but after the vault, there we go. We already saw the utilization of broken windows, and it does look like the seer did get chipped by the statue on a window vault again. Of course, that owl is still going to be online, so there's always the option of that. Alex misses the normal hit, but of course there are still some more statues. Really great usage of the statue to block the pallet, and we are going to see that owl come into play. Alex does opt to hit it, and Seer is back in the middle tri-pallet. Now, Alex has a few more statues online now, but we are going to see a blink here. Good prediction, but Seer wasn't quite there. We are going to see Seer get a chip hit right here, though. Still no owl. Of course, we saw them use it recently, and breaking that line of sight. Good mind game there, but unfortunately, the Seer is going to get hit through. Good job, LX. We are going to see Seer go down here. Excellent Cypher progress on the side of Omega, however. Mercenary is already moving in, and the forward just finished popping their Cypher. And we do see Galatea utilizing that graveyard over to check on the forward, but Mercenary is already here and able to get that rescue. Unfortunately, Seer is going to get hit right there, but the Mercenary is at full health. Alex, however, is almost at final presence. We do know that Alex has Blink, so there's definitely room for Honor the forward here to support. It does look like Seer has transitioned over towards the shack area though, and this is the location of the dungeon. Now, Alex is choosing to opt to hit the forward, trying to get those statue hits because of the normal hit miss. Breaking the pallet over by the tri-pallet area close by to shack. And getting a chip hit on forward. Another chip hit on forward, which brings Alex to final presence. Now, Honor can go for the instant stun here, but it does look like we're going to see forward moving away. Forward is already at half health, but Mercenary is already in the area. He's still at full health, though we already saw him utilize the Tide. He is the only Tide bringer on this team, but it allows for some body block potential. Oh no, we are going to see Mercenary leave, and Seer is going to go down here. Unfortunately, that pallet broken here did put Seer in a rough situation, but excellent usage of the graveyard to chip hit the Mercenary. Now we are going to see Honor go in for a stun. It does put the rugby ball at oh my goodness, we are going to be seeing a double down situation right here. Now Seer unfortunately is getting eliminated right here. They're really pushing for this last Cypher. Unfortunately, it's at middle, which also happens to have a chair, and Honor the forward is going to be chaired here. The Mercenary has also gone down to another statue, which leaves only Pitstoppers the barmaid at full health. But Pitstoppers is able to get a clean rescue due to LX breaking the pallet right here. But amazing blink right here. Forward is going to go down once again. And Mercenary is still not quite up yet. A little over half, however, and Barmaid still has another Dublin. She is going to take the vault over by the pallet here, and this Cypher is nearly primed, but not quite. Having that opportunity to chair forward at the final Cypher really puts the pressure on Omega survivors here. The Mercenary is able to pick themselves up, and Barmaid is serving as a bit of a distraction here. And utilize the flywheel effect right here. Barmaid is going to go down, but excellent use of Mercenary to rescue the forward instead. We are going to see Mercenary use his first elbow pad over to the sandbags area. It does look like they're going to start a new Cypher over by sandbags. Definitely still close by, so Alex can still keep a good eye on that. They just really need to be careful of Honor because this forward is dead on chair. Mercenary is able to get the rescue once again. But Pit Stoppers is itemless and is going to go down here. Now, getting chaired here would be the second chair. They did crawl into a pallet, but there are no teammates nearby. Even with accelerated decoding, Mercenary and Forward do have slower Cypher decoding. And you can see right here, there's only 30% on that Cypher. Great dodges on those statues sent out by LX. Mercenary is doing a good job baiting out that tinnitus. It does look like we are going to see one more rescue attempt, but he really needs to be careful here. Nice chip hit, but unfortunately Barmaid is gonna take the basic hit, and this is Barmaid's third chair, which does send Pit Stoppers back to the manor. Now we only have barely 60% on this sandbag Cypher. Oh, Honor utilizes the flywheel to avoid the statue. He is just a chip hit away, but LX is really keeping track of that middle Cypher. Even though moving away, going back right immediately, which does put more pressure on Fi. LX is gonna go graveyard towards Honor, and does seem like they're gonna chase Honor normally. Oh, there was a rugby ball attempt here, but unfortunately that was cancelled by the statue. And I do believe this is the Forward's final chair, so Mercenary is going to have to look for that dungeon. Unfortunately, Forward was chaired right in front of it, so it's only a matter of time before Fi ends up getting crows. They're also a chip hit away, so we do have one more elbow pad, however, and it doesn't look like LX has quite seen them yet, but there we go. We do have the crows alerting LX that Mercenary is by the factory. Oh, there aren't... Oh, but nice usage of the final elbow pad. Mercenary is able to clutch the one-man escape. Congratulations to Ghost for getting a 3-man elimination. That is a 1-person escape on Omega Survivor side, which gives Ghost 3 points and Omega with 1. Now we do have Ghost in the lead right here, so there is going to be a bit more pressure over on Nico's side, but of course we're only in round 1. This was the first half of round 1, and this is going to be a best of 5. Now we aren't able to check back on that deduction score, unfortunately, but what I can say for sure is that we saw some early kites by the Seer, and we saw a little bit of support from the Forward side, but honestly, I do think they had to do a lot of back and forth between those statues, having to deal with that final presence, Galatea. Unfortunately, they did go down and give a double down opportunity for LX right there. So despite Omega really having that good Cypher progress, they were really at a tough point because their final 2 Cyphers were between the middle one and the sandbags one. And Alex was able to do a lot of great pressure. Utilizing the graveyard so often really helped Alex keep track of the rest of the team. But I definitely think that there was a really good hustle. Honestly, I think Fi was able to get about 4 or 5 rescues. He was able to rescue the Seer twice, able to rescue the Barmaid twice. I think we did see some really great rescues on Barmaid's side as well. It does look like we're not going to be having Nico hunt for our second half of round 1. However, we're gonna sub Nico out and put in Pit Stoppers, our dual faction player for Omega. Pit Stoppers is going to be playing Hunter, and of course we do know that Pit Stoppers is a really strong Hunter as well. Definitely on top in terms of NAEU. Yesterday we got to see Pit Stoppers play some Breaking Wheel, and in previous brackets throughout this tourney, I definitely remember Pit Stoppers playing Soul Weaver as well, maybe a little bit of Clerk if I am recalling correctly. But yeah, I definitely think this is a good opportunity for Omega to bounce back in points. We do have Ghost in a lead here, however. But yeah, we are going to be having the Ghost Survivors up against Omega Hunter. And now to the ban picks. We are going to be returning to Arms Factory. And it does look like our first ban is going to be Seer. Now, Seer, we aren't surprised because according to our stats and just in general, ranking in general, we often see Seer banned. We are, however, going to be seeing Forward and Barmaid locked in on Ghost side. Another really solid pick. I'm definitely looking forward in seeing some more Barmaid gameplay. Hopefully maybe some Barmaid kiting, because I think from our previous match, we just had a lot of Barmaid getting to rescue and whatnot. We are going to be having Psychologist as our second ban, which allows Ghost to bring out the Acrobat. Now, I do believe we saw some great Acrobat plays from Sky, even just yesterday alone. Maybe Kaka will be bringing out that Forward. They're definitely a really strong Forward player as well. Maybe it's gonna be nice playing the Barmaid. Of course, this is just my anticipation. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna opt for one more rescuer or have Forward as their rescuer. We saw Omega utilize Forward as more of a kiter, opting for flywheel effect rather than the typical tide. And our final pick is going to be Female Dancer. Maybe this will be Yu playing Female Dancer. Now, once again, Female Dancer is absolutely phenomenal on Arms Factory. There's so many areas that you can utilize those boxes. And a lot of these pallets also happen to be close by to Cypher, so you can really place down a box and you can use it to help decoding as well as kiting. Now we are going to get those Persona webs selected prior to the Hunter selection, but as you can see, we are going to see some Pit Stoppers Dream Witch. Very exciting stuff. Now, oh, interesting. It looks like Acrobat is going to be the only Tidebringer on this team. Everyone else will be opting for Flywheel effect. Now that's going to be pretty strong, especially for Dream Witch. I definitely think they anticipated maybe Breaking Wheel. However, Flywheel is absolutely phenomenal for Breaking Wheel as well, but I definitely think it will be great for Dream Witch as well, especially if they're anticipating those blinks. Dream Witch blinks can definitely be deadly. We've seen lots of blink terror shocks throughout this tournament as well. So yeah, this is definitely going to be interesting to watch. We are going to be proceeding to the area selection shortly. Great, now we've got Yu as Female Dancer, Ayan as Barmaid, Kaka as Forward, and Xiaoyu as Acrobat. I'm trying to figure out. I believe Xiaoyu is Sky, and Ayan is Nice, if I recall correctly. And of course, Pit Stoppers is going to be playing Dream Witch right here for the Omega team. Now we are going to be seeing mostly full Flywheel as mentioned prior. Now let's have a look at where they're going to choose to spawn. Interesting stuff. Usually I anticipate maybe Female Dancers spawning in the middle. We definitely have seen lots of Female Dancers set up those music boxes throughout that middle area. That tri-palette is getting nerfed for a reason. But Pit Stoppers is going to choose the same spawn as LX from the last match. Definitely gives kind of three options. So yeah, this is going to be the second half of round 1 with the Ghost Survivors versus the Omega Hunter. Good luck to both teams. Now, Pit Stoppers is going to head towards the middle where Forward is close by. We are going to see those pallets drop early, setting that kiting area up, but it does look like Pit Stoppers has moved towards Shack. No one has spawned over here, but it does look like Pit Stoppers is able to locate the Acrobat. Now, good call on going towards the factory area. This is definitely a strong area to kite, but oh, interesting bomb right here. We are going to be seeing the spawn follower hit Acrobat right here, though, and that was the main body, I believe. Vaulting over. And of course, we do have that leech, and here comes the patroller. Sky is gonna get patrollered right here with the spawn follower closing in. I think that leech is still stationary, and it looks like Sky is gonna be going down here. Now, something to note is that this Acrobat is the only Tidebringer on this team. Everyone else is bringing flywheel effect, so even if they aren't managed to pull a good rescue, there's definitely an opportunity to maybe get a down faster than you would with Tide. Of course, we are going to be seeing Kaka moving in the forward, and unfortunately is going to get leeched right here. We're seeing that rugby ball usage, really great stuff, especially to avoid getting intercepted too early. Oh, really cutting it close to half though. Oh goodness, incredible terror shock. Acrobat has also been pushed to half. That was really, really good pressure, and Pitstoppers didn't really have to do much either. Unfortunately, this is a double down without Acrobat getting off that chair. I don't think Acrobat will be able to be rescued, so unfortunately we are going to be seeing Acrobat get sent back to the manor here. Forward is chaired closer towards the middle, and it does seem like Yu has set up a few music boxes, actually all of the music boxes. Pitstoppers is deploying that patroller, however, checking up on Yu, who does happen to be at the factory. Good vault to avoid the patroller. Definitely staying close by helps to avoid that patroller hit, and it does look like Kaka is approaching, yeah, there we go, the halfway point. It does seem like Yu is moving in to possibly rescue. Of course, this will be after half and no Tide. Nice flywheel to avoid that interception hit. We do have to watch out here though, and nice hit. We are gonna see forward get rescued, however, and it looks like Pitstoppers is going to go for that Dream Witch female dancer hit. And there we go. We are gonna see female dancer go here. But the forward has gone away. He has picked up the anti-curse though, and is in the process of deleeching himself. Definitely a good choice, but that leech is already making ways over towards Kaka. Oh, we are gonna see a nice pallet stand here. It allows Kaka to transition over towards the shack area. Ayin is closing in on the middle area. Gotta watch out here, and it does look like Ayin gets hit here. Of course, there's still that Dublin and the slow music boxes that Yu has set up prior. It does look like Pitstopper still has Patroller on, but that can definitely change. Oh no, we are gonna see that Patroller on Ayan right here. Can they get their heal in? No, we are gonna see a blink switch. Oh, we are gonna see the heal in. Great stuff. Oh my goodness, incredible terror shock by Pitstoppers. Even though Ayan was able to get that heal in with a Dublin, getting terror shocked at full health, that was really, really amazing. And Yu is going to get eliminated right here. Wow. This is some really impeccable gameplay. It's really tough to call. Honestly, Barmaid is going to get slugged right here at the moment. Oh, we might see Barmaid get chaired here. But honestly, Pitstoppers could definitely pull for this 4-man. Because forward is dead on chair as well. Oh, we are going to see a blink, but it doesn't connect. We are going to see forward go down here, however. Now, Barmaid did pick herself up, but of course she still has a leech and an anti-curse as well. That leech is not too far off. And it does look like Ayan is going to go for that anti-curse as opposed to mixing another Dolphin. Both take a equally longer amount. Oh, but we are gonna see forward get ballooned by the leech there. Good call on Pitstoppers. Even if forward does struggle free from that, there's just another leech who can down forward immediately. Oh, but we are going to see a flywheel. And oh, Forward's able to get up right here. Now, both survivors at half health, but oh, excellent blink on Pitstopper's side. We are going to see the barmaid go down. And once again, she can definitely be slugged. She already utilized her exit path. So if Pitstoppers is able to eliminate Kaka, the forward right here, who is dead on chair, it's GG's. But the main body is closing in on Kaka right here. Forward still got a leech as well. It does look like the spawn follower is quite far behind. Forward doesn't have much rugby ball left. And is a little bit far from dungeon. Ooh, nice use of the main body to block off that window. We are going to be seeing that leech. And oh, no, a nice blink right here. Getting forward down. Now they've both used their self-pickup, and this is a 4-man elimination by Pitstoppers. Congratulations to Omega for taking this first round. Let's have a look at this deduction score. Now, we saw Acrobat. Unfortunately, Acrobat was only able to kite for 15 seconds. Did do 16% decoding, but they did get eliminated so early on. We saw Forward with 64 seconds, 1 pallet's done, and 77% decoding progress. Female dancer Yu was able to contain for 28 seconds, get 1 rescue in, and decode 1 cipher, 100% decoding. The barmaid got 61 containment time and 1 heal in for herself, but 2 ciphers decoded as well. Really great stuff. And of course, Pitstoppers got the 4-man at 2 ciphers remaining, destroyed 4 pallets, struck 11 times, 2 terror shocks, really impressive I must say, and 7 knockdowns. So congratulations for Omega for taking this first round. Of course, this is still best of 5. We've seen great stuff from both teams, so we're definitely going to see some more here. We are gonna have some more pressure on Ghost, however, but they are no stranger to bouncing back. Despite all the pressure that has been put on Alex, especially prior, Alex has really proven themselves really strong and able to get Ghost back up in terms of point accumulation. But of course, a win is a win, and it is going to Omega for the first round. I definitely didn't expect that for the first round. We were able to see so many survivors eliminated so early. I don't think a single rescue was able to get past half. There was more of a fight early on. And honestly, the blinks, I know that they opted for 3 flywheels, but despite all that, they were able to get downed by all of those blinks. I think most of the downs were honestly credited to those really great blinks, and Pitstoppers knew just when to utilize that. At first, I thought it was kind of a late switch because Barmaid was able to get to the middle area with 2 pallets already dropped down, but getting that terror shock was seriously game-changing late. It turned it into Pitstopper's favor even more, really. Getting that heal in was really no problem because he was able to get that terror shock. I'm blown away. Now we are going to be moving on to the second round, and it does look like Omega is going to get the ban for the map. They are going to opt to take Chinatown off the table. So Ghost is going to end up choosing Ever Sleeping Town, another great choice. I definitely think that Ever Sleeping Town is one of the more common maps you see in tournaments, and rightfully so. It's a pretty balanced map, but of course it can work for both a survivor's favor or a hunter's favor. It's very open as well, so there's good opportunities for hunter picks here. Maybe we'll end up seeing some breaking wheel. I definitely anticipate Pitstopper's Dream Witch getting taken off the table after such an incredible match. But honestly, Tolanuk, or not Tolanuk's, Alex's Sculptor as well. That was some really great Sculptor plays earlier on. There was definitely a lot of pressure, but it definitely gives room to look forward to Alex's other hunters. Yesterday we saw some phenomenal violinist gameplay on Ever Sleeping Town as well. I was really impressed. I wasn't sure how the match was going to pan out, but Alex was able to clutch a really amazing violinist 4-man elimination. And I think that would definitely be something that Ghost is gonna opt for to get back in the lead. Now it does look like Omega is going to choose to have their survivors up again. We are going to get more bans, however. I wonder if, of course, I know I was mentioning Alex's violinist. Maybe violinist will be taken off the table. Of course, we do anticipate that Pitstopper's Dream Witch ban. And yeah, due to the increase in bans, we are going to be seeing 2 survivors banned first, followed by a single hunter ban for the survivors. And it looks like Alex is gonna opt for banning Priestess and Seer. I do think I'm a little early in terms of screens, but yeah, I think Priestess and Seer are really good choices for Ever Sleeping Town. So taking them off the table right away is always a solid pick, especially Priestess. She is such a pain on this map, and with all of these buildings that you can do for really good kiting portals, taking her off the table is just really smart. Of course, it gives room for other meta survivors such as Mercenary, and yeah, it does look like we are going to be seeing Acrobat, however. And Acrobat is another solid pick. You see him rising in terms of usage in the sort of meta. And I definitely think that having some more Acrobat gameplay from Omega's side. Let me see here if we have... Yeah, I do believe that Honor also plays Acrobat, so we might see that from Honor's side. Omega is gonna opt for that Sculptor ban. Definitely a solid choice. Alex's Sculptor was just phenomenal. And they have selected Acrobat and Mercenary. We are gonna move on to the 3rd ban for Ghost Hunter, and Alex has chosen to ban Patient. Another solid choice on this map. They are going to opt for Antiquarian, though. I'm very interested in seeing who gets to play Antiquarian and just the utilization of her in general. There's definitely going to be room for a lot of harassment, to be honest. You can have an Antiquarian, you can have Acrobat with the red bomb, especially. Would just be brutal. They are going to go for a mechanic ban as a final pick. Honestly, a solid choice because the ciphers on this map are definitely really great for both mechanic and the bot to rotate to. But instead of mechanic, Omega is going to offer Postman as their 4th and final pick. Now, Postman has also been rising in the meta. Unfortunately, we are going to be seeing a nerf to Postman's Tranquility letter. Particularly, it's going to bring his decoding letter down from a 20% boost down to 10. And Postman has definitely been a decoder alternative, as well as a booster for slower decoders such as Mercenary. But of course, since we are playing without those adjustments into effect, we are going to be having that Tranquility letter at its full potential here. I definitely think it'll work in Omega's favor. What really choked them in the last game for the survivors was getting that last cipher done. We saw how much of a struggle it was to have Mercenary and Forward as your only survivors up and being forced to start a new cipher because the middle cipher getting guarded was where Alex kept cheering at. Now we are going to be having those persona webs submitted. We are going to be having just one tied again. And Postman and Antiquarian are going to be opting for Flywheel Effect, thank you. And Acrobat is the one going to be going for Broken Windows. Great stuff. I definitely think they will be focusing more on individual kites. If they can avoid a double down scenario like before, I definitely think these will work in their favor, both the persona picks as well as the characters they selected. Oh, now we are going to be seeing Alex bring out the Wax Artist. Now, Wax Artist is a really solid choice on Ever Sleeping Town. I think being able to block off so many windows and palettes as well as ciphers, I think I mentioned it prior, but due to the placements of the ciphers, I think depending on where you choose to decode, it'll definitely give Alex some really good opportunities to kind of put more pressure and micromanage those ciphers. Yeah, we are getting started, and this is going to be the first half of round 2. Now we do have Omega in the lead here. They were able to clutch the first round, so there's going to be a little bit more pressure on Alex, but of course this is going to be best of 5. So we're going to see lots of great gameplay and for a longer time. Props to both teams for sacrificing their rank time, honestly. Yeah, I'm curious to see who will play who. Maybe we're gonna see fight on that mercenary once again. It does look like we're gonna have pit stoppers play as serve as well. Good on them for playing dual faction back to back. Yeah, so it does look like we're gonna be seeing fight on the mercenary, pit stoppers on Postman, Honor as Acrobat, and Random Skies is gonna go for the Antiquarian. And of course, we are going to be having LX play as Wax Artist. I'm curious to see what traits and what overall persona web LX is going to opt for. I think I've paid a little less attention to that, aside from, of course, the blink and whatnot. But here we are to the area selection. It does look like they're going to be forming a wall right here with Mercenary over at Graveyard. Oh, and Wax Artist is going to opt for a spawn close by. Good luck to both teams. This is going to be the Ghost Hunter versus the Omega Survivors in the first half of round 2. Let's show our support for both teams in the chat and be sure to be respectful to everyone participating. Now then, Alex is going to be moving towards the center here, and it does look like he's caught sight of the Acrobat's trail, so we might be seeing Acrobat as our first chase right here. And yeah, it does look like Acrobat has already dropped down that pallet and is transitioning towards the Fake-It area. Good thing this cipher is blocked off, no one will worry about decoding it right here. And oh, nice use of the wax here, but of course being at no presence. Oh, it does look like Alex is bringing up down. We saw a confined space on the windows right here, which does force Acrobat to move over to this double pallet area by one of the gates. Oh, now we are gonna see Acrobat frozen by the wax here, but oh, able to use that bomb right in time. But there we go. I think that quenching effect is up, and it does look like Alex has chosen to go for the Postman. Now then, Postman is going to be at the corner house. Alex has used a teleport, and Postman is going maybe for the drop. No, here we go. Alex's first hit. We are going to see Alex drop down here. Lucky for pit stoppers, the basement isn't here. But of course, it does look like Acrobat has been given the bravery letter. So, honestly, it's gonna be tough to get another letter buff. Oh, Alex isn't able to get that pallet hit. And it does look like Postman is transitioning away from that cipher. We are at 4 ciphers remaining with 2 ciphers past half, but that cipher that Postman had to abandon is one of those. And oh, here we go. Postman is gonna go down here. 3 ciphers remaining, and Random Skies has moved over to the corner house area where Pit Stoppers is gonna get chaired right here. Now we are gonna get Antiquarian going up those stairs, and that cipher is waxed off. Excellent plays by Alex so far. Fi, the mercenary, is closing in, getting that tinnitus out, but not quite revealing himself. Oh, but here we go. We're going for that rescue just before half, but here we go. Alex is gonna get that hit. And oh, it does look like we're gonna see some Antiquarian support, but Postman is gonna get hit right here, and seems to be running away from that cipher over there. Now, Antiquarian is gonna get waxed right here. Oh, okay. Nice usage of the pole to push Alex into the tram. That was right into it, but not quite at the front. So, wait. Okay, nice job avoiding the tram, Alex. But we are going to be seeing them look for Postman, and it does look like Postman has died in the corner over here. He will be on second chair, but oh my goodness, really risky play right here by Random Skies. If they go down here, that's a double down. But it does look like, oh, nice usage of the hot wax. Doesn't even need to hit Antiquarian right here. We are at a double down situation, but we are at 1 cipher remaining with Honor on the final cipher and Mercenary closing in. I do think Alex does catch sight of Honor over there, and oh, nice wax over on the cipher. It was nearly primed, but that was a really long shot, and it really paid off. The Mercenary has moved away from the chair, but oh, good bait. Antiquarian is able to pick herself up and is able to rescue Postman right here. Ooh, is able to disarm twice, and we are going to be seeing a pop right here. I think if they had waited a little bit longer, it would have been a good opportunity for Mercenary to get at full health. But here we go. It is going to be Antiquarian kiting, detention, and nice usage of flywheel to avoid that hit. We are going to be seeing the wax though, but Antiquarian breaks through and utilizes the stun. We are going to see Alex teleport to this gate by Graveyard, however, where 3 survivors were at. Now, if Alex can get Pit Stoppers right here, that's 1 guaranteed elimination. Postman has been chaired twice, so taking Pit Stoppers off the table would definitely help a lot. Oh, Mercenary is close by, however, and this gate is nearly done. Nice Terror Shock right here, Alex. Oh, and Mercenary is not quite at the gate. Now that he's at half health, he's really vulnerable to that detention hit. But oh, we are going to be seeing the Acrobat kind of support right here. Oh, beautiful hit right here. Alex is really able to get the Mercenary down right here and pull him away. Oh, we are going to see Pit Stoppers pick himself up, however. I definitely think that was really good. But of course, you had to choose one or the other. If you don't pick up Mercenary, he will just crawl. It does look like Antiquarian is kind of moving away from the gate, but honestly, since this gate is open, Postman can either double back to rescue or wait things out, and maybe it does look like he's gonna go for that rescue, and of course that gate is open. Alex is not too far behind, however, and it does look like Random Skies is closing in as well. We do have a little bit of the pole was utilized right now, but oh, both are able to escape. Oh my goodness. Now the Antiquarian is going for that dungeon. It does look like I think detention is offline now, so unfortunately This is gonna be a tough situation for Alex. Anticarrion is way too close to that dungeon, so it does look like the slow vault right here. Oh, yeah, we are gonna see a 4-man escape for Omega right here. Congratulations, Omega, for getting another 5 points. It puts them in the lead once more. GG's. Some really great plays by LX2, but of course that teamwork was just really strong. And I think getting to kite out LX for so long really benefit Omega in the long run. I think they definitely bounced back from their first matchup with LX, and yeah, both teams did great. We aren't going to be seeing that deduction score, unfortunately. However, I can definitely say that we had the Acrobat do a pretty solid first kite. It really forced LX to use that teleport early on once quenching was up, having to switch targets. And of course, that was some really good support by the Anticarrion. Not everything landed, but when it did, it really helped out. I think when they got waxed, they were able to break out of the cold wax in time before Alex was able to hit them. So that also really helped out Omega a lot. Yeah, and I think that last rescue really came in clutch. Both gates being open does pose a lot more pressure on the hunter, but I think Alex did a beautiful job, even just getting the mercenary down, turning around to hit the mercenary away from the escape line was really smart. Acrobat wasn't able to do anything about that despite the bomb, but yeah. Now we are going to be moving on to the second half of round 2. More pressure on Ghost Survivors right here. Definitely their best bet is going to take out that Dream Witch, but it does give room for Pit Stoppers to maybe pull out that Breaking Wheel. Of course, maybe they'll be more ready for that. We did see the of the Ghost Survivors bringing out the Flywheel effect, so that can definitely come in handy if we see Pit Stoppers bringing out the Breaking Wheel. We could see Pit Stoppers going for something different, however. Since Omega does have quite the lead, it gives more leeway for some choices, such as the maybe the Soul Weaver pick that we've seen them go for. But yeah. Now we are going to be getting things settled up, and we are going to be having Pit Stoppers as our hunter once again. Now we are returning to Ever Sleeping Town, our map selection for round 2. This is going to be the second half, and Pit Stoppers has chosen to take out Priestess and Steer. I think those are the same bands as Alex has chosen, and of course 100% solid ones. Priestess is an absolute menace on this map. We've seen how Priestess fares up against hunters in this map if they choose not to ban her. It does look like Ghost is going to take out Dream Witch off the table. Definitely a solid choice. We really got to see a lot of impressive gameplay by Pit Stoppers with that Dream Witch. I think getting the 4-man at 2 ciphers remaining and really pushing so much pressure on Ghost was really impressive. Now, we are going to be seeing Ghost lock in as their first 2 survivors. This time, we are going to be having Forward, followed by the Patient. Definitely some really solid choices here. Forward is always a good pick. And of course, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of Kaka's Forward. We didn't get to see too much of that in the previous match. Our next band for survivors is gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be Female Dancer. Another solid choice. I definitely think that Female dancer is quite good on this map as well. Lots of places you can utilize those music boxes, and since there's so many open areas, you can definitely help for transitioning. We are going to have Ghost select Postman as their third survivor, however. But yeah, once again, we did see some of Yu's support music boxes, setting up all of those slow music boxes prior to anyone even kiting in an area. Just having them out to transition to would be really strong. So taking her off the table is pretty smart. Now, Postman, of course, once again, gives room for decoding boost while that tranquility letter is still 20% right here. Forward is definitely a slower decoder, and we saw it in the very first round to start off this finals. Forcing a forward to decode that last cipher from scratch definitely gives the hunter an advantage just because of how long it'll take. And with the cipher pressure that both Alex and Pitstoppers have been putting on the survivors they're going up against, it's just really going to help out if those tranquility letters come into play. Of course, you can also utilize the hope letter if necessary. But yeah, we are going to be seeing Acrobat as the fourth and final ban for Omega's Hunter, and it allows Ghost to choose Mercenary as a final pick. Now, this is a sturdier team than before. Of course, we are going to be having Mercenary as another slow decoder, so Postman was definitely a good choice for this composition. And before we're going to see who Pitstoppers plays, we are going to be having Ghost Survivors lock in as their persona webs just to keep things fair. Maybe we're going to see another triple flywheel. We saw Ghost utilize 3 flywheels on top of 1 tide. And I do think it was the Acrobat bringing tide earlier on, but now that they have room to have Mercenary in play, that's definitely a character to rely on bringing tide, and everyone else can just go full on kiting build and kiting strategies. Now, we are going to be having... we are going to be having more of a double tide situation instead. Mercenary and good old Forward will be bringing tide. Of course, Forward does have room to use that rugby ball, but who knows, maybe we'll see some incorporation of excitement from Pitstopper's behalf. It definitely depends on which hunter they're going to choose, and it looks like we are going to be getting that Bonbon. Nice. All right. Guard 26 has definitely been fun to watch throughout this tourney. And I think on Ever Sleeping Town, it gives a good opportunity for both survivors and hunter, because even if Pitstoppers chain bombs are perfect, there's just lots of room to run around so long as you don't get trapped in a tight area. There's lots of open space on Ever Sleeping Town. Now we are going to be proceeding to the area selection shortly. And I think if I didn't finish off with the persona webs, we are going to be having double tide, double flywheel. Here we go. Now we are going to be proceeding in the match. Let's see which Ghost survivors are playing what characters. Alright, so we have Ayin as Mercenary, Kaka as Forward, Xiaoyu as Patient, and Yuyu as Female Dancer. Oh, sorry, not Female Dancer, Postman. Female Dancer actually got banned. She was the 3rd ban. Yeah, really exciting stuff. I don't think I've been able to see Yuyu play Postman yet, and I had no idea that Ayin was one of the top mercenaries, so this will definitely help out in terms of bonbon rescues. Now to the area selection. we are going to be having Postman over at the graveyard. We're going to opt for the same one that we saw Omega go for, but Pit Stoppers is going to choose to spawn towards the middle by the Dancing Geisha. Now, this is the second half of round 2 with Omega Hunter versus Ghost Survivors. Good luck to both teams. Let's proceed. Alright, so it does look like Pit Stoppers is going towards the corner house area, that corner house gate. Glad he avoided the tram. It allows Pit Stoppers to catch up to Sky right here. Now those bombs are out. He only has one left, but you know what? We are going to be seeing some Sky Redemption Kite right here. Nice hook through the window. It does give Sky a lot of distance on the Hunter. And with this Cypher blocked off, there's just lots of areas that can be utilized. And we are going to see another hook right here. It was a really cool transitional hook to get behind that pallet and set it up for a drop right here. Really good strategy against the Bonbon. We are going to be seeing Sky move towards the middle, and oh, there we go. We are going to see one chip hit from the bomb, but Sky is doing a really excellent job of looping Pit Stoppers right here. Now, we are having some really good Cypher progress. We do have 2 Cyphers nearly popped and 1 past the halfway point, but Sky is moving towards the middle area after utilizing the fake gate area so much. Now, that was the last hook from the Patient, but it did buy a lot of distance here. We are going to see Patient kind of closing in though, and oh my goodness, another phenomenal blink right here. That was a blink Terra Shock, and getting that bomb was nice too, of course. Doesn't matter as much due to the Terra Shock, but nice bomb setting up. I don't think Pit Stoppers was aware that the forward is across the map, so I think that was definitely more of an anticipation, but having it set up in case that forward went in for a rugby ball rescue was definitely a smart choice. It does look like we are going to be seeing the Mercenary go for this first rescue, however, and first elbow pad use right here, and we are going to see a chip hit, so Ayan cannot afford to get Terror Shocked here. We are already seeing Ayan at half health, and oh, we're going to see Ayan go down, but is able to get that last rescue. Patient does get chipped hit here by the bomb, however, and oh, nice flywheel, but unfortunately it's still a little too close to the bomb, so Sky is going to go down for a second time. But excellent job by bringing the Hunter so far away from the rest of the survivors. Going to this back graveyard area definitely gives room for the rest of the survivors, no matter where they might be on the map. We are going to see Kaka closing in and baiting out that Tinnitus. There's lots of more space for those last 2 ciphers to be decoded, but it does look like Kaka is moving in for that last rescue. Now, there's the rugby ball. Nice usage of the bomb to cancel that dash. Now, oh, nice stun here. We are going to see half health right here. And oh, nice body block by Kaka right here. We're going to see one more stun right into the chair. Really solid stun that allows Sky to vault out of the graveyard. Now, Kaka is guaranteed to go down here, but is doing just the absolute best to support Sky as much as possible. Now, that was some really solid stuns. Kaka is almost out of the football, but that support allowed Sky to go so far. Pit Stoppers no longer has the Patient in sight. But we are going to see the trail here, and Yuyu is not far behind. Oh, excellent bomb right here. That's able to get the Patient down regardless. It was a really good prediction. And oh my goodness, we are going to be seeing Pit Stoppers switch to Abnormal. This Cypher was nearly primed, but unfortunately is pushed back to half. Now this is going to be Patient's final chair, so Sky is going to get eliminated right here. But that was definitely some really solid kites on Sky's behalf. That was definitely a redemption kite in terms of a round 1 comparison. Now, it does look like Yu is going to be our next target for pit stoppers right here. Now, Postman is already at a chip hit, so these bombs definitely need to be avoided, and Yu does a great job of avoiding them right here. Oh, but no, we are going to be seeing one more bomb here, and there we go. Yu is gonna go down right here, but Mercenary is getting healed up. They were already healing one another, and Forward and Mercenary are both at full health. One Cypher remaining. You can have one of these. Probably Forward opt for that last Cypher. Merc is definitely the sturdier option in terms of going to rescue against the Guard 26. And Ayan is doing a good job of getting that tinnitus, but Pit Stoppers is really pushing him farther away. Nice use of the elbow pad, but we are going to see another chip hit due to the bomb. Nice chain bomb right here. Ayan's getting farther and farther from the chair, but closing in one more, utilizing that last elbow pad. But oh my goodness, due to that last chip hit, Mercenary went down with Pit Stopper's normal hit right here. Wow, okay. Really tough scenario. Kaka has been forced off that Cypher. It does look like he's gonna opt for rescuing the Mercenary instead. Yu is just too close to getting eliminated, and Pit Stoppers is really keeping a close eye on that Postman. But yeah, we are unfortunately going to see Postman get eliminated here. Good plays, Yu. And now Kaka is in pursuit. Forward does take the drop down, and Pit Stoppers is gonna double check on the Cypher. Abnormal is online again, so we are going to see one more right here. Now that Cypher was nearly primed, about 85% according to the last ping. So it does look like they're gonna try and push for that Cypher once more. But of course having someone... Oh no, we are going to be seeing Mercenary start a new Cypher. Now Forward kiting here, at full health, even with literally 6% of rugby ball. It does give room for Kaka to do as long of a kite as possible. And they've been doing a really phenomenal job avoiding all of these chain bombs. But Kaka is gonna get hit right here, and utilizing the speed boost to go towards the middle. Seems to be going towards that two-story, but Pit Stoppers sees that Cypher wiggling over by the corner house. And Ayan takes another hit right here. One more bomb and one more normal hit, and they'll be going down. Oh, the timer bomb. Yeah, nice timer bomb with the chain. We are going to be seeing Mercenary go down here due to the bombs, but Kaka is back on that final Cypher. Alright, nice avoiding the tram. Not gonna lie, it would have been a little bit funny to get that balloon rescue due to the flank of the tram, but it's okay. Kaka is going to opt for the dungeon. Now, I don't know if Pit Stoppers is bringing detention, but kind of pushing for... It might be worth pushing for that. No, it does look like Kaka is gonna go for the kite. It's a really tough call though, because we did see Kaka is just a chip hit away, and there we go. Forward is gonna go down right here, and Pit Stoppers is able to get the 4-man elimination. Alright, let's have a look at this deduction score. Now we are going to be seeing, wow, 4-man, 1 remaining Cypher. Pit Stoppers destroyed 1 pallet, struck 27 times, terror shocked once, and knocked down survivors 9 times. Mercenary was able to decode 189%, Post-round with 257, and Forward at 163% decoding. Forward was able to get 2 rescues in, and Mercenary once. Mercenary and Forward both healed each other once, and the containment time was from Sky's side, the patient 100 seconds, 76 from the Mercenary, 75 from Forward, and 34 from Postman. Solid stuff, but we are going to be seeing Omega win round 2 as well. This puts Omega at the lead once again. This is a best out of 5, so there's some serious pressure on Ghost to to get back and get the win next round. But yeah, since we're moving on to round 3, I think I'm gonna have one more commentator on board. Unfortunately, Lucy wasn't able to join us tonight. Seki wasn't able to join either, so we are going to be having S. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with S, but they're just a phenomenal IDV artist. If you haven't seen my little IDV version avatar, S was the one who illustrated it. But yeah, I'm gonna have them on board in a bit, but let's move back to the tournament. We are going to be going into round 3. And here we go. Welcome in, S. Oh yeah, just to catch things up, as we are having Omega in the lead. They won round 1 and round 2, and we saw in both matches in our round 2, the survivors were able to get a 4-man escape, and the hunter was able to get a 4-man elimination.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll hand it over to you if you want to say anything, but otherwise, we can discuss what else has happened. Of course, we can move on to the ban and picks for round 3.
I don't really think I have anything to say, but other than hello, everyone. I'm sorry, I'm super late.
No worries at all. I appreciate you tuning in last minute. You can always count on us, but yeah. We are going to be getting those map selections first. I don't know if we're going to be getting any map bans, but typically in our round 3 we don't give either team a map ban, and then we just have one selected. But just to recap, I believe in the first round we had Arms Factory, and then in the second round we had Ever Sleeping Town. So those are taken off the table. It does give room for maybe Sacred Heart Hospital and maybe Chinatown. Those maps were banned prior. Of course, there's also room for the Red Church. There's room for Lakeside Village, Light River Park. We already had Ever Sleeping. I think I'm forgetting one more. Leo's Memory.
Leo's. That's actually... Everyone hates Leo's, but that one's genuinely one of my favorite maps. So hopefully...
For sure. I think it would be a little fun to see some Leo's Memory gameplay. But of course, it is definitely a tougher map, I think, in terms of hunters. I know survivors can complain about this map as well, but there's just so many terrain. You can easily miss your hits or have survivors take those vaults or
there's
throw down
lots
all
of
those
great
pallets.
places for loops.
For sure. And it does look like we are going to be having so we're going to be having Omega Survivors first thing. We're having a little bit back to back. We usually have the Omega Survivors up first so far in this finals bracket, and then the Ghost Survivors. We're just checking in if any roster changes are going to be made, but other than that, we will be proceeding to the character bans and picks. Since this is the third round, we are going to be getting, I think, 5 Survivor bans and then 2 Hunter bans. Yeah. And it does look like Ghost has chosen Chinatown.
Oh, perfect. It's a really good map. It's very even for like both teams. So
I think so too. And I think being able to get those window vaults destroyed if you vault over it too many times gives more leeway, I guess, for hunters, because hunters will also...
Yeah, I definitely agree. It gives like a very good opportunity for hunters to catch up, especially after that wall breaks even so suddenly. It catches up. It allows the hunter to catch up just a little bit without having the vault time.
sounds good. Oh, it does look like it was Omega that gave Team Ghost the map pick. Nice of them. They are gonna get the faction pick, so we are going to be seeing Omega survivors once again. It does look like we are going to be getting those bans right here, and since it's going to be 5 bans, we're going to get 3 first thing before survivors can lock in as their first 2. And of course, we're going to get a little bit of a meta holy trinity. We're getting the priestess, seer, and forward banned first thing. I don't think we've gotten the chance to see any priestess gameplay in this finals bracket so far. Even on ARMS, she can definitely be a menace, and especially Seer as well. Being able to not only support yourself but your teammates definitely poses a good threat to the hunter. If you weren't able to tune into the 3rd place match earlier on today, we saw a couple of good Seer gameplay. Seer was mostly banned, but there was one match where we had a Seer and Barmaid combo. And that just really allowed Barmaid to kite for the whole game. I think we are going to be having the 2 survivors locking in. And it's going to be Mercenary and Acrobat. Now, just to note, it's actually going to be the Omega survivors going up against the Ghost Hunter. And we are going to be having Mercenary and Acrobat as our first picks. I think that's pretty solid. What do you think, S?
I think they're in terms of like team composition, I think they're pretty solid together, especially given the tiers that like Merc and Acrobat are. They're both very meta picks, and I haven't really ever seen Merc fall from that spot in the past either. So I think it all depends on the last 2.
Absolutely. And I definitely think that Acrobat will have really great opportunities to really utilize the bombs. I think there are a lot of places you can really choke the hunter and force them into going into that bomb, especially the red bomb. The red bomb is always a really solid one to go for. Now, we are going to be having the survivors ban some hunters as well. And we see a sculptor ban as well as a wax artist. Now, these were the hunters that LX played prior. We saw some really phenomenal sculptor gameplay on Arms Factory, as well as some great wax artist plays on Ever Sleeping Town. I definitely think that they would have been really solid choices on this map as well, but it does give room for some of LX's other hunters. Yesterday we saw LX play Geisha, and I think we've seen LX play Geisha quite a lot in this tournament. And I also saw some violinist gameplay from LX yesterday. So that's also on the table. I definitely think that both picks would be pretty good on this map.
I definitely would love to see violinist.
Yeah, violinist Chase, and then I think Geisha with the mobility across the Chinatown. Both are pretty good options. Now we are going to be seeing a patient ban, and that allows the Omega survivors to choose their 3rd. And it does look like we're going to be having Cowboy. What do you think, Ez?
I think Cowboy's like a really interesting pick, considering like so far the team composition is we'll have Acrobat, Mercenary, and then Cowboy on top of it. You definitely don't want to see like the end game with the duo decoding, considering his decoding debuff with a team like this.
Absolutely. But it is going to give some opportunity for the Cowboy to decode with the Entomologist, Omega's 4th and final pick. LX really opted for a Prospector ban for the 5th and final ban. Prospector, definitely a solid choice. I'm not quite sure who in particular. Oh, I think it's Random Skies who plays some really good Prospector as well. So perhaps they're going to be the one playing Cowboy because they usually play forward as well. But yeah, we are going to be having those persona webs submitted before the hunter is able to select their character, just to keep things fair. What kind of builds do you think they're gonna opt for? What would be safe, or do you think maybe they'll go a little lax since Omega has a definite lead right now?
So I really foresee the entomologist bringing out perhaps maybe flywheel effect or breaking windows. I definitely can see that with the team composition. I would probably see that the Merc for sure having Tide on them, but the others I think are a bit up in the air.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely think that's a good choice. Of course, that's very typical. You wouldn't want a Merc with no Tide. Me and you were joking about it in the third place round about Flywheel Merc. But yeah, it does give room for some flexibility for the containment type survivors here. We have more like contain assist, so I think having flexibility for the cowboy, especially, you see cowboys bring broken windows a lot, especially if they're carrying survivors. Before Flywheel was Flywheel, we saw 12 cowboys, but it does look like Mercenary and Acrobat are both going to be bringing Tide, and Cowboy will be bringing Flywheel. Meanwhile, Entomologist will be bringing Broken Windows. And looks like we're going to be seeing some Violetta, some Soul Weaver from Pit Stoppers. What do you think, Es?
I think Soul Weaver is a very interesting pick. You don't see her as often as you used to, but she's still very strong in the sense that she will get that speed boost from a lot of the tighter areas. So tight kiting is definitely a very up in the air kind of thing. I'm not sure how that would go, but it's definitely something to look out for.
Absolutely. And I'm super intrigued because this is going to be LX hunting. I don't think I've seen LX play Soul Weaver, but I just love the versatility that they have, and definitely keeping things kind of a surprise. I know I'm definitely surprised by this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a really interesting match. I'm really excited.
Me too. We are going to be proceeding to the area selection. We'll get to see who's playing what in a moment. But yeah, do show your support to both teams participating if you haven't already. This is going to be the Ghost Hunter versus Omega Survivors. We are already in round 3. All right, let's give them a moment to change up. It does look like we are going to be having Random Skies as Cowboy, Pit Stoppers as Entomologist, Phi as Mercenary, and Honor as Acrobat. Another thing that I'm definitely wondering about, S, is what trait Soul Weaver is going to be bringing, as well as a Persona Web. I wonder what Alex is going to opt for.
I definitely am very curious myself, but I'm really hoping that perhaps Alex will bring Blink first trait. Definitely the option for just teleport, which is perfect on Soul Weaver. Helps with distance, especially because the map and the terrain is really big.
Absolutely. Now, once again, this is the Omega Survivors versus the Ghost Hunter in the first half of round 3. Good luck to both teams.
Good luck.
All right, so it does look like Alex is going to go for whoever's in the area of hotel. It does look like to be Honor the Acrobat. And here we have the chase starting. We are going to see this pallet broken so early. Alex is not choosing to use any of the webs quite yet, but Honor is moving towards the hotel again. Nice use of the red bomb right here. It does really force Alex to have that, and it does lock the abilities for Soul Weaver.
Yeah, it definitely gives a lot of time for the acrobat to get ahead here. I do see that Alex is not using the webs. I think he is trying to hold on to them just in case for
Up,
either
down.
that chair time.
We are going to be seeing another up-down build from LX. We saw that with their wax artist prior. I think up-down. Because we do have a blink. So blink is probably going to be our only trait. Oh, but the blink is not able to connect with the acrobat here. We are going to see acrobat get hit though. But honestly, Honor's been doing a pretty great kite so far. We have some really decent cipher progress, and I do believe I see pit stoppers putting out those bees, and there you have it.
This is perfect support from the entomologist. It gives the acrobat tons of time to get away and continue that kite so ciphers get enough progress just in time in case for a down. It allows perfect time to get ciphers done.
Oh, it does look like we are going to be seeing some cowboy support right here. He was able to finish off his cipher. And that lasso is really online whenever needed. But here we go, another red bomb on Alex. I think. Oh, nice hit.
Oh, interesting. Definitely an interesting hit there. I always forget how wide Soul Weaver's hitbox is.
Yeah, I agree. We are at 3 ciphers remaining right here, and it does look like Alex is not wasting any time, really going in for the hit on Oh, nice flywheel to avoid that hit. We're gonna see Alex going back to the chair right here, and Mercenary is now at the chair.
Yeah, it's perfect distraction coming from that cowboy.
Oh, watch out. Okay, there we go.
Interesting.
Oh, that was really close. Yeah, if I got Terror Shock right there, that would have been a down. But we are going to be seeing Acrobat get hit here. Still on tide, but of course, that's a guaranteed down. Mercenary is just a web away from being down, but it does look like he has already left the area.
I really love the fact that this acrobat is dislocating himself away from the chair to give time for struggle speed and perfect assistance coming from that entomologist.
The cowboy is not far behind either.
Not at all.
Alex just needs to be careful here because there's definitely that possibility of Honor struggling free. I don't think there's enough thread holding. Oh, there we go. We do have enough thread holding now to put Acrobat in that cocoon right there. I don't know if you can lasso through a cocoon. Either way, it's going to be really difficult if Alex can just stand over like that. But we are going to be seeing Random Skies close in.
Perfect rescue coming from that cowboy
you
who can lasso from thread hold. I haven't seen that in a very long time.
Nice blink to close in the distance, but the cowboy is still available to support Honor, who is on the final chair. Oh, we are going to see Honor go down here, but of course that cowboy is not too far behind. That lasso still has halfway usage.
Perfect pressure coming from that cowboy. Unfortunately, that lasso is on cooldown now after shooting and missing, but it was definitely great support.
Unfortunately, Honor is going to get eliminated there. Oh, and it does look like Mercenary is upstairs. I think Alex was able to catch sight of him, so he is going to take the drop right here, but Alex is not far behind, using that first elbow pad to get away.
And this is coming with the cowboy. They're trying to close in space, I've noticed, so they can support each other, giving the entomologist perfect time to decode that final cipher and hopefully get it primed.
Absolutely. We did have to force the entomologist to start a new one, however, though I think they have accelerated decoding on their side. Mercenary did have to get away from that older cipher. It was about 50, yeah. But Cowboy does seem to be on it right now. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice hit.
Yeah, and since we saw that Alex is bringing Confined, they won't be having trump card, I don't think. Oh, but trapping Mercenary in that corner in case the Cypher was gonna get popped. Good communication on Omega Survivor's side to make sure Fi wasn't gonna go down right there. Now, Entomologist is coming closer, going at full health. I think that was definitely smart, and just rushing that rescue because the last Cypher is primed.
So now you have leeway for the prime Cypher to go off, and there goes the Entomologist. I believe that's going to be the final kite here.
Oh, we are going to be seeing Entomologist go down here. I think there was a little bit of a misplay right there. Instead of using the bees to move, there was the bees were already put outside, and it does look like Alex is gonna go for the cowboy instead. Not taking, well, I was gonna say not taking any risk, but
No, not at
nice
all.
flight Khaled, but oh, excellent blink to down the cowboy right here. Entomologist is almost up, and if that mercenary goes over to help, you could potentially body block, but it's definitely risky against a Soul Weaver. And there we go. We are going to be seeing Entomologist get up right here. There is Dungeon close by, but of course Cowboy is on the first chair. Alex really has to pressure both the gate and the chair. Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
Beautiful hit right here. That was like a web shot and then a down. Oh, good call, using the cocoon as well. We are going to be seeing Entomologist go for that rescue. Oh, a nice long range hit.
That's a really
that
good
was on the
snipe.
Cowboy.
It looks like
That
the
was very-
Entomologist is circling around, probably going for the rescue on that mercenary, but it does seem like LX is picking up on that.
Mercenary is crawling for his life right here. But I don't think they'll make it to the gate. We are going to be seeing Entomologist up next.
And the mercenary has expired, unfortunately.
Yeah, the drop down hit. It's super risky to drop down from that location. It's so easy for the hunter to get that 2 hits, but of course with the tension and a half health. Oh, here goes Cowboy up. There is the dungeon kind of close by. It does look like Random Skies is going for the gate. That Alex is making a beeline towards that area.
Yeah,
There's a
unfortunately
teammate.
that gate is not open either, so it's going to cause Random Skies to have to rotate around just a little bit to either go for a hatch or the open gate. But the hatch is
sure.
right there. They've definitely ran over it a couple of times.
For sure. Things are looking really good for LX. This is definitely the bounce back we've been expecting and anticipating. This is a best out of 5 for the finals, so if they're able to pull through, we'll get to see more.
Beautiful webs.
Ooh. Oh, things are really cutting close right here. I don't think there's any more detention, but of course Violetta still has her webs as well as her normal hits. Entomologist is going to expire right here and get eliminated. Now that's a 3-man, and excellent web right here. This is a 4-man elimination for LX and the Ghost team. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
have a look at
definitely a great match.
Yeah, let's have a look at these deduction scores. Do you want to read things out, S?
Sure. So it looks like the acrobat here is at the highest with containment time. It was definitely a wonderful kite, leaving with almost 130 seconds, so that's roughly 2 minutes. But it does look like LX has about 21 strikes and 11 knockdowns. That's a lot for just one match. We also have about 300% nearly on decoding progress with that Entomologist, but it was definitely a really good match, very close. The end game detention really saved there.
I think so too. I think Alex did an amazing job bouncing back. I think it was a little bit of a rough start because Anna really put up a really good kite, and Cowboy was such a good threat and just constantly made Alex have to drop that acrobat. A great rescue on the mercenary and excellent support with the entomologist bees, but we are going to be seeing Ghost in the lead for this round in particular.
Yeah, it's definitely a wonderful match.
Yeah, so there we have it. We are going to be moving to the second half of round 2 shortly. and it's going to be the Omega Hunter versus the Ghost Survivors. Now, if the Ghost Survivors can clutch even just a tie, I think they will be able to take round 3 and push for the rest of the rounds. Otherwise, things will go over to Ghost, who has been in the lead so far.
Yeah, it's been a really good day for matches I saw. I caught up a little bit while I was at work, but I was really
Mhm.
impressed with a lot of the plays today.
Same here. Now, it does look like we are going to be proceeding to the ban and pick selection right here. We're going to have Pit Stoppers hunting once again for Omega. And Pit Stoppers is going to go for the Seer Forward Priestess ban. Same bans as LX. And definitely really solid on this one. Wait, I think it was the same. But otherwise, yeah. I'm really interested in seeing who Ghost plays next, because I know we mostly see Kaka playing forward. I'm really wondering who they will end up playing as instead. We are going to have Ghost set up those 2 Hunter bans. Would you have a look, S?
It looks like we're seeing Dreamwitch and Poland for bans coming from Kaka here. I'm really excited to see.
Yeah, honestly, that's pretty smart. We've seen just how threatening Pit Stoppers Dreamwitch is, and even though we haven't seen Pit Stoppers play Breaking Wheel here, definitely also a big threat, especially on Chinatown.
Yes, this is such an open map, and there's not a lot of tight crawl spaces, so definitely don't want to risk dealing with the Breaking Wheel here.
Absolutely. Oh, we do have our 2 survivor lock-ins so far. It's going to be the Mercenary and Prospector. Oh, I do think that the 4th ban went through. Should be Patient banned, which does give room for the Acrobat. I do think it was the Acrobat who was also... No, he was used in the last match and did a really excellent kite. So definitely lots of potential there. Our final band that's going to go through is Female Dancer. Now we have a great female dancer main in Ghost, that's Yu, so they will have to play as someone else. And our final pick for Ghost Survivor team is going to be Embalmer.
This is a very interesting team composition, but I'm really excited to see how this team works through it. I will say, very nice ban on that female dancer, especially because this map has a ton of high spaces, which leaves tons of time for that perfect speed boost coming from her. So I definitely understand.
That's a really excellent point. There's quite a bit of high levels in Chinatown. There's 2 two-story buildings. Lots of bridges to drop down from, and that extra speed boost that female dancer gets can definitely avoid that sort of double hit scenario when the hunter gets that fall animation to cancel the attack recovery. We are going to be getting those persona web picks prior to the hunter selection, but I'm wondering maybe they'll opt for more of a kiter build. Maybe only one person will bring Tide. We saw only the Acrobat bringing Tide in the first round for Ghost, but unfortunately it didn't work out because the Acrobat himself was also the first eliminated.
Yeah, there's definitely a risk with only one player bringing Tide, especially because you don't know your map layout from the beginning. So definitely warrants the risk of the only sole person running Tide to get first chase.
Oh yeah, I also just realized that we will get to thankfully see some round 4. Since Alex was able to clutch that 4-man, it is at most Omega can clutch a tie in this round 3. So we will be at least having round 4. Hopefully we get pushed to 5.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. All right. And it looks like we only have one player running Tide here.
Nice. Yeah, we are going to be seeing that Mercenary, of course. But two people will be opting for flywheel effect. That's going to be the acrobat and prospector.
It's actually
Followed
3. That embalmer is bringing 12-9.
Oh my god. You're right. That's so interesting. Thank you for pointing that out, X. We are going to be having 3 flywheels. And Embalmer is going to be bringing that 912, which will be flywheel effect and broken windows. So interesting.
I think it works out specifically because Embalmer does get that free tide with the
Absolutely.
coffin.
Absolutely. And I just think that kind of anticipating perhaps Embalmer being the target out of all of these characters, he's going to be the squishiest because he doesn't have anything to defend himself quite like Prospector and Acrobat do. I think anticipating that he'll get eliminated, especially if forced to use that coffin and whatnot, honestly, a pretty good call.
I'm really excited to see how this plays out. It seems that they're putting a lot of their money on their Embalmer getting their first kite, which is perfect because the broken windows and the flywheel effect will definitely aid in this, in keeping this containment very long. It's gonna be a really interesting game.
For sure. And here we are. We're going to be proceeding to the area selections shortly, just getting things set up. I'm really, really excited. I'm also eager to see what area selections they're going to be choosing, especially if they really want to push for that Embalmer chase, perhaps. And just, you could honestly have the Prospector support kiting the Embalmer.
Yeah, definitely. Prospector support is phenomenal if executed the correct way. Definitely aids. So I'd love to see it.
And it does look like we're going to be seeing Pit Stoppers play Clerk.
So I actually don't see Clerk a lot in my tier, but it's going to be really exciting. I know she's a very strong hit hunter, especially if you know exactly how to play her. So I'm very, very excited to see how this turns out.
Absolutely. And I think we've seen some Clerk gameplay from Pit Stoppers before, and just having Clerk on Chinatown is going to be pretty rough in my opinion. There's quite a lot of ciphers nearby.
It's a lot of terrain and a lot of opportunity for that Clerk to start recording on those ciphers. So especially since ciphers are very, very far spread out.
I think there's some areas like around the blue lights where they're very close. Like you can have 3 ciphers in a sequence and then the hotel. So if that's kind of like the last area that they're gonna go for, if they don't get that out of the way early on, it's gonna be
resort.
Because Clerk can just put a lot of pressure there, and we've seen lots of great pressure on Pit Stopper's behalf. So it does look like Yu is going to be playing the Embalmer. We're going to have Ayan as Mercenary, Kaka as Acrobat, and Xiaoyu or Sky as the Prospector. I think Ayan is nice. If I remember the cues correctly. Oh. The 6 reminds me of when you couldn't see the rest of your team's persona webs. I was having flashbacks.
Oh no.
But yeah, we are going to be having an L formation here with Mercenary up center. Embalmer is going to be the one sticking out, which does look like good opportunity for that kiting Embalmer to be in play. It does look like Prospector is spawning away, but definitely we're going to be we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it gives Pit Stopper the leeway to have 3 choices of who to chase first, but it does seem like they are wholeheartedly betting on this Embalmer getting first kite here.
Now this is the Ghost Survivors versus the Omega Hunter in the second half of round 2. Good luck to both teams.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
We're not getting that. We're gonna get that Prospector first chase.
Yeah,
but I think the benefit of going for this this survivor that spawned here is that you're kind of farther from the other survivors. As mentioned it before, but if you kind of put yourself by the L, then you get 3 choices to choose from. But here,
for sure,
the went for the one at the very end.
It's very interesting. I don't know if you saw real quick there, but that prospector did. It seems like I believe he canceled out the page there with that stun.
That's really impressive. We did get to see Christopher's use a vault recording. I think that definitely helped in getting that first hit.
Definitely.
But really solid kite so far. We do have some really great safer progress, but Soya is gonna get hit through the window right here.
Oh.
Now it does look like they're gonna get cheered outside of restaurant. Basement is kind of close by, but taking that chair right beside the down location is pretty smart, especially because you can kind of harass better here. Mercenary is closing in, however, and Kaka is not far behind.
No, Kaka is super determined to stay with that cipher, despite the recording and locking on it.
Honestly, if Prospector gets out of the chair and goes in that direction, we could be seeing some more Acrobat support. It looks like we're pushing for more cipher progress here because Ayan is doing a really great job of baiting out Tinnitus, going for that rescue now. So Prospector has been pushed past half, but it's all right because they've been able to get some more progress. Oh, okay, we are going to be seeing Mercenary take that hit, and a second hit, we might see a double down, so they'll have to be careful a little over here.
Nice magnet. Great. So sorry. It's a great prediction coming from that prospector of where Pit Stopper is going to be walking. So I'm definitely interested in what's going to happen here.
Yeah, we did see like a little bit of the flywheel, yes, and of course there's the blink. I think Pit Stoppers did tease a little bit of the blink earlier, and unfortunately Prospector is going to get sent back to the manor here. That was an after half rescue in order to prioritize decoding, but it kind of worked out. 2 ciphers remaining, but due to this double down, great on Kaka to avoid that recording of Clerks hitting. We are going to be seeing Mercenary get chaired right here though, by the middle, and Pit Stoppers is doing a great job keeping watch of Yuyu's cipher across the building right here.
It's gonna be a really interesting format coming from both Kaka and Yuyu. It looks like both of them are pressuring this chair to get the merc off, so I definitely can't wait to see how this
we're gonna get the Acrobat rescuing right here. I would have honestly liked to see the Embalmer, because if you have to have Embalmer rescue later on, nice. A bit of a late flywheel right here. Acrobat tried to flywheel to avoid that hit, but ended up getting hit regardless. It was a good recording to pick up that pallet. It really was really distant. Alright, so it does look like Ayan is closing in a bit. Will they go for the rescue? Yuyu is really trying to push for this cipher. If Yuyu of having to nice. Oh, the Mercenary is going to get rebirthed.
Beautiful coffin on that merc, yeah.
We are going to be seeing Kaka pursued once more. Blink is going to be online in about 35 seconds, so Acrobat will have to be careful here. I do think that cooldown on the bomb is going to be up in a second, so here we are. Nice usage of hit. Nice mind game on Kaka's behalf. We do have Mercenary on the previous cipher Yuyu was at, and they've since then started a new cipher.
Definitely a wonderful bomb there. That did come from the Acrobat to avoid the the figure in the window, though.
For sure. Unfortunately, Kaka is going to get eliminated right here. Oh, but going for the basement. Oh wait, no, he might still have a chair in him. Putting him in basement does. Okay. Apologies for the mistake, but we are going to be seeing Acrobat on a second chair in basement, and Clerk is keeping close watch on that last cipher. I do think they're going to opt to sell Acrobat, who is much too far, but oh, here we go with the teleport.
Perfect teleport.
Now it does look like Embalmer is going to be chased, and Mercenary is long gone from the cipher. You need to watch out here, but of course we have both broken windows and flywheel.
Very nice hit coming from the Clerk here. It's a lot of good pressure on Yu, who doesn't really have the same tools that everyone else has to kite. So
Absolutely, and that charge hit really helped down that Embalmer. We are going to be seeing Clerk go back to the cipher. The Mercenary was not able to get it even close to Prime, unfortunately. It's about 80%. So Embalmer is going to have to pick himself up while Mercenary does their best to kite it out here. But he has moved over to the hotel area, which is pretty strong, and with this distance can definitely help the Embalmer pick himself up. I'm going back to the cipher. Oh, beautiful terror shock. That was a great page to block the Mercenary. Yeah, we are going to be seeing Pit Stoppers go back to the cipher, and Yu has moved away from it. So it does look like Yu is going to be targeted once again. I do believe that Mercenary should still have exit path due to getting picked up earlier by probably by Embalmer as well.
Some really interesting plays coming here. I usually forget that Clerk is definitely very frightening to go against. But Pit Stopper's Clerk is definitely no exception to this.
Absolutely. Oh, taking that vault really really was the bane for Embalmer, because they were able to get down right there. And I think Pit Stopper's got another recording of the hit. Mercenary is able to pick himself right up here, but honestly, oh, that was really close. That was really close. That was a nice usage of the recording to try and hit Mercenary here, but it's gonna be really tough.
It's definitely really interesting end game for this team. Unfortunately, Embalmer can no longer pick himself up, so it's definitely up to Ian here.
Oh, that charge hit canceled out the elbow pad.
Unfortunately, that elbow pad just couldn't connect in time.
Yeah, Ian is making a run for it, trying to pick up Yu before. No, unfortunately, we are going to go down here. Good try, but that is a 4-man elimination by Pit Stoppers. Congratulations. This is going to be a tie round. We are going to push it to round 4. There's still lots of pressure if Omega is able to clutch one more win on the rounds. It will put them in first place, but let's have a look at the deduction score now.
Definitely a really interesting match, and it was like definitely equal footing coming from a lot of the players here.
For sure, let's have a go over at the deduction scores. We had Clerk with a 4-man elimination at 1 remaining cipher, destroyed 2 pallets and struck 15 times, 1 terror shock, and 10 knockdowns. Now the decoding progress was 119% from the Mercenary, 248% from the Embalmer, and 144% by the Acrobat. The rescues were twice on the Mercenary, 1 for Embalmer, that was Cool Coffin, and the Acrobat also did 1 rescue. We saw 117 containment time by the Mercenary, 50 containment time by the Embalmer, 106 from the Acrobat, and 83 by Prospector. All right. Pretty solid stuff. We are going to be going into round four shortly. Once again, if Omega is able to get the next win, they will be able to win the Checkmate Tourney. Otherwise, if Ghost is able to get one more win, we'll push for round five. Now, I'm just going to double check. There we go. So I was made aware that since we're moving past round three, we're going to be getting more bands. We'll be having, I think, four bands, and then oh, there is going to be three hunter bands for the survivor side. I think it definitely gives some good opportunities to perhaps see characters we haven't seen players from Ghost or Omega play yet in this tournament. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Is there any specific characters you're really interested in seeing mixing?
Toy Merchant. I'm always interested in seeing Toy Merchant gameplay.
Annie, she's so precious.
Yeah, she's my favorite character. How about you, S?
Oh, we already know. I love Vernon. Absolutely to die for. So I'd love to see any perfumer playing, especially because I know she's super strong, especially against single. Unfortunately, she is a bit of a presence feeder, but she'll always have my heart.
Sure. All right, we were just made aware that Ghost let Omega pick the next map, since in our previous match, we had Omega letting Ghost team pick. That is super sweet. I love the solidarity between these two teams, and definitely what we want to be seeing in terms of the competitive scene and just from IDV players in general. Let's have a look at what maps they're going to choose now, though. I do believe since it's Omega getting to pick, we're going to be seeing Moonlight River Park. We aren't going to be having any maps banned anymore, but I definitely think Moonlight River Park was a little bit inevitable. Prior, we saw Arms Factory, Every Sleeping Town, and we were just in Chinatown, so now we're going to go into one of the biggest maps of the game.
Moonlight's definitely going to be an interesting choice here. Really excited to see how this plays out and who the team composition will allow. I am really excited for the upcoming changes coming to Moonlight River Park. It was already a relatively decent map, but I do think that these are some really good changes coming for both parties.
For sure. And just to recap for anyone in the chat, I'm just going to go over the roster again. It's been a while since we've discussed it, but for Who's on Ghost, we are having Yu, Ayin or Nice, and Kaka and Sky for the survivors, and then their hunter is LX. For Omega, on the other hand, we do have Phi, Random Skies. Other interpretations of the username are welcome. And we have Pit Stoppers and Honor. We do have Nico as their hunter, but he's subbed out with Pit Stoppers right now, who is going dual faction back to back. And they also have two other sub-survivors. We have Cloud. We've seen a lot of Cloud prior. And we also have Kluihom.
It's really interesting seeing Pit Stoppers doing dual faction here. Definitely a lot of pressure here coming from that party. But it does seem like Pit Stoppers handling it really well.
I think that's the fun in fan-made tourneys and whatnot. I think official tourneys definitely are stricter on the rules, but having more leeway into getting to play basically any character and having any rank available map, as well as the leniency in terms of getting to have substitutes as well as switching factions, is honestly pretty nice. Like, I know in, for example, IVT, if you're a hunter, you have to stay hunter and whatnot. But yeah. Now then, we're going to move into the ban and picks. We're gonna get 4 bans first off. Whew. Let's see who gets taken off the table. The I know I mentioned the Holy Trinity. This is going to be the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Or the four metas.
Definitely.
We're going to take out Seer, Forward, Priestess, and Mercenary.
Definitely some heavy picks here. Priestess is wonderful. Good choice on banning Priestesses specifically for this map. Lots of wide terrain, perfect areas to loop or get connected with everyone.
Those portals can definitely be detrimental. Of course, forward support, mercenary potential with the rescues and the delayed damage. Seer's Owl for not just him, but also the rest of the teammates. We are going to get the hunters to ban. We get 3 hunters to ban prior to the 2 lock-ins. So it looks like they're going to opt for Dream Witch, Breaking Wheel, and the Clerk.
It's definitely going to be a really interesting match. I can't wait to see who Pit Stoppers chooses as their hunter, especially because we knocked out the top 3 like higher choice players.
Absolutely, no. That was a little funny. They put in their bans and Pit Stoppers with like skull emoji. Which, fair enough. Pit Stoppers is pretty strong on all 3 of those hunters. But, oh, it does look like we have our 2 first lock-ins. We're having the Ghost Survivors first and Omega Hunter. So we are going to be having Acrobat and Patient as our first 2 lock-ins. I definitely think that with Patient has been pretty consistently banned here and there as like second or third type of bans after the 2 lock-ins have occurred, but having the opportunity to lock in as Patient first thing is going to be pretty fun. It's a fun map to utilize hooks.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good areas, especially some. I'm not sure if they've patched them, but there is like an area where Patient can hook through the roller coaster and get to the other side of the map. Does take a little bit of time, but
it requires a lot of precision, but honestly, if you pull that off, it's going to be an absolute game changer. We are going to be having Psychologist taken off the table, so they did opt for Prospector as their 3rd lock-in. And hey, S, it looks like you're gonna be getting to see some Perfumer gameplay. We had a Postman ban as our final pick, and they ended up finishing their Survivor team composition with Perfumer.
Yeah, this is definitely this is the win in my book personally. If anyone knows me, I'm seriously like the #1 Perfumer fan. She's been my favorite for like ever.
Absolutely. Oh, it does look like Eddie has mentioned that the Patient trick that we are discussing prior was patched, the one where you could hook over
that's such a shame.
the river. Yeah, I definitely remember seeing their TikTok about that, but yeah. We are going to go into the Persona web selections prior to the Hunter choice. I'm really excited to see that Hunter choice, but most importantly, what kind of Persona webs they're going to be bringing. We're going to see One Tide. Yeah. Do you want to take it, S?
This is going to be really interesting. It looks like everyone except for the Patient is going to be running Flywheel Effect and Borrow Time. So I can't wait to see. I know specifically on Perfumer, Flywheel is really strong, especially with the gap between Perfume and everything. So that 9-second gap gives perfect leeway for like a hit, but with that Flywheel Effect, it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And then I think risking Tide, only one person having Tide is going to be really interesting here.
Absolutely. I do think we've seen quite a bit of it throughout this tourney, and hopefully it will pay off. Even just in the rounds alone, we've seen 1 Tiders. It has worked, but it has been a downfall as well. We are going to be seeing Pit Stoppers play Geisha. Definitely gonna be interesting. I think considering how well LX plays Geisha, I'm sure Ghost has gotten lots of experience and practice going up against Geisha. So definitely looking forward to their gameplay.
I agree. This is definitely an exciting match in my eyes, because Perfumer and Geisha are definitely like my top 2 favorite characters from this game. So
yeah, I'm so happy for you. You're going to be getting collaboration skins for both.
I know.
We are going to be having that Project Zero 2 collab very soon, and that's going to give us some Perfumer and Geisha skins. Please look forward to that. And if you aren't on top of that Bungo Stray Dogs crossover, do be sure to get all of the quests settled before the end of the month.
No, I'm really excited for the Fatal Frame collab. If anyone has ever hesitated on the franchise in general, I highly recommend the second game. It's a beautiful game, especially if you love horror aspect things.
Yeah, 100%. Now we are going to move on to the area selection shortly. Let's have a look at who is playing who. We are going to be having, I think Yu and Sky have to switch up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we are going to be seeing Yu as Perfumer, Ayan as Acrobat, Kaka as Patient, and Xiaoyu as Prospector. Interesting stuff, and all of them are gonna opt for that flywheel except for Patient. I wonder what trait Pissstoppers is gonna bring for Geisha. I don't know if we're gonna go with the Blinksha, because a lot of people like to take survivors by surprise by bringing Blink on her.
Yeah, definitely. It always catches me off guard. I feel like at this rate I should expect it, but you never know
but of course
anymore.
We could go up, down, or just like teleport the whole way. We are gonna be having Acrobat over at the first stop. Geisha's gonna be at the second stop, and Yu at third, and Kaka over towards the 1-story, and Prospector and 2-story. All right, this is the first half of round 4. The Ghost Hunter versus the Omega Survivor. Oh wait. Yes? No, it's the Ghost Survivors versus Omega Hunter. Good luck to both teams. Alright, so we are going to be seeing Geisha move over to the second story. And it does look like our Prospector is going to be our first kite right here. His spawn has put him at the God Kite over there, though.
It's gonna be really interesting. This is probably one of the better areas to kite in this map.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that was a cancel on the attack recovery right there. Nice first hit, but oh my goodness, that is gonna put guy at a big disadvantage right here. Oh, and the pallet has already been able to use. Oh, but nice avoiding that charge hit and getting that pallet down. Going away. Oh, and utilizing that earlier butterfly. Too close, but nice flywheel.
Definitely interesting here. Oh, beautiful hit.
Yeah. Nice down. We are going to be seeing Prospector chaired right by the 2 slides. With Ayan close by. I think they're only Tidebringer. Has already moved towards the chair, but we are going to be seeing Pitstoppers move towards first stop already.
Definitely interesting play here coming from their Prospector of putting down those 2 pallets, especially because those 2 pallets themselves are relatively strong there.
Oh, Kaka needs to be careful right here because you can. Oh, there we go, the drop. Oh, but the chair hit.
Chair.
There we go, and right before half 2. That was a close one. Oh, but gets the hit for the pallet. Run for your life, Prospector.
Hopefully this is another.
Oh, we are.
Oh,
Oh my goodness! Another cancel right there. That's really unfortunate. Definitely one of the downsides of playing a prospector,
right.
especially to a hunter that can close in distance so much like that. Of course, this is going to be the second chair, and it does look like Ayan is still in the area, but so is Kaka. We have a double down, one on chair situation right here. 3 ciphers remaining, and no more ties. But it does give the opportunity to potentially use the roller coaster so long as they can get there in time. But it does look like they're gonna be going the other way. Picked up the butterfly right there. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice body block coming from A in here.
Oh,
Oh.
unfortunately, that is gonna get hit out of the roller coaster right here, and that is going to be the last chair for Sky right here. So Prospector is gonna be getting sent back to the manor.
It
Oh,
does
they're gonna get
look like
chaired right
Kaka
here.
is A in here. Really close proximity to this geisha.
They really need to watch out. That roller coaster is long gone, and oh, Kaka is gonna go down here, and he already used up his self heal, so Pit Stoppers gets to leave him.
Some great distance being closed there by that butterfly. It's one of the better upsides of playing geisha for sure.
All right, nice bomb to transition over towards this pallet area, but the charge hit does come in clutch, and Acrobat is gonna go down here. Now Yu is gonna be forced to pick up Kaka, but the Acrobat is gonna be chaired close by. You can definitely just butterfly or soul departure, but there we go. That heal was primed, and of course Yu still has all 3 perfumes, and we are gonna see one. All right, no instant hit, but that is gonna be a cooldown right here. Almost up. Just needs to watch out, and here we go. Perfumes are online once again. Acrobat is being pushed to half.
It seems like Pet Stopper is definitely anticipating the patient being there, but unfortunately the patient has gone undecoded, leaving perfect ample time for the perfumer to buy a little bit more time for Ayan to sit on chair.
For sure, and that's what we're gonna see right here. Now, Perfumer can definitely body block here, but Acrobat is gonna be dead on chair once more if he goes down again. Are we gonna see that bomb? Yes, we are. Oh, but Pit Stoppers is able to avoid that red bomb, and there we go.
Beautiful hit coming on the Acrobat there.
Are we gonna get another double down? Yes, we are. I don't think they have any eyes on the dungeon. It is not too far, but honestly, I think it would be good to opt for a one-man escape right here, if possible. It's going to be hard to push for that last cipher. Let's have a look at the card. We don't have a last cipher. And Kaka is going to go down here, which, again, no exit path. Perfumer has slower healing. It might be a 4-man right here. Nope, we're going to see Yu pick herself up once again. Misses the blink, but Yu does use the last perfume, and it won't be able to perfume back. Nice pallet stun right here. This is really intense. Unfortunately, that is going to be a 4-man elimination. Congratulations, Omega, for the 4-man.
It's definitely a beautiful, beautiful win coming from that geisha there.
Let me double check. But yeah, let's have a look at these stats in the meantime. Do you want to go over them, S?
Yeah, it seems like Pit Stoppers had cleared the match with 1 cipher remaining here. Only destroying 2 pallets, which is pretty impressive, but Geisha is definitely known for being able to glide right over them. 18 strikes is definitely very heavy here, especially with how the perfumer definitely got some decent perfumes in there. and of course the 1 Terror Shock and 11 knockdowns. It does seem like the Acrobat kited the longest with 90 seconds and even managed to pull off 1 rescue and finish at least a Cypher. And then it seems like also the Perfumer had about pretty even score here with roughly 174% decoding with one pallet strike, rescue, and a heal coming in at 88 seconds for containment. And the patient with 132% on the Cypher with a rescue and a heal as well. And 52 seconds coming from containment there. Definitely the Prospector first kite, 81 seconds. Pretty decent for a first kite.
Yeah, great stuff. Are we getting finished off here? I think so. Yeah, since it's a best of 5 and this does put Omega at a massive lead. I do be bad at math. But yeah,
Don't worry.
really great stuff. Good games to all. It was really fun watching all of the matches so far.
You had a lot of fun.
Okay, no, thankfully we are gonna be continuing. I was so concerned because I was checking the chat. Yeah, but let's have it settled there. Maybe we can discuss what we liked. Honestly, I liked a lot of that. Misplays aside, you can't really hold these misplays against you because at the end of the day, mistakes that happen in the game just help you kind of figure out what is possible. It helps with like sort of problem solving. At the end of the day, you really have to problem solve and fast when it comes to games like these. And especially as survivors, you have to also work on your teamwork in tandem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think we're finishing up. Okay. Yeah, just due to the amount of points. There we go. I think we are missing the rest of the points. We did have a tie in round 3, but Omega was able to finish off with 5 points due to their 4-man elimination in round 4. So congratulations to Omega for winning the Checkmate Tournament.
Yeah, congrats. It was wonderful plays towards the end here.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, it was really great to watch both teams. Ghost coming in second place is definitely a really impressive feat as well. You can definitely anticipate seeing these teams, not just Omega and Ghost, but the rest of the teams that have participated in this tourney. I really hope you can continue to support them. Find yourself supporting newer teams and newer players. I hope you look forward to going up against these players or getting matched with them. Maybe we'll see more of them in future tournaments, as well as maybe even Call of the Abyss, which is coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. Definitely something to look out for. And especially with the fall of a lot of our very constant high-tier teams, there's always that huge opening for another team to replace them. So I can't wait to see who else will be there this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go over just a second. I'm really sad to wrap up the tournament. It was honestly such a pleasure to watch everyone and commentate for you all. But you know what? Maybe we can go over all 16 teams participating. We had Halcyon, No Fly Zone, Andromeda, Ultimo Aliento, Activator, Selfmade, Dano, Omega, Ghost, SEX, Discord Kittens, Capital, Mad Failure, GGK, SugarBabies, and ASB. So thank you to all the teams who participated. Thank you so much to all of the staff.
Yeah.
You all did a phenomenal job. This tourney was honestly really fun and really well managed. It was really great to meet everybody and work with everybody too. The mods Some of you might not see too much of the mods, but there's a lot of people working undercover to help make sure that the tourney runs. Ali did an amazing job hosting. Everyone just did so great. And thank you, Ez, so much for joining me. It was honestly very last minute for me to ask for Ez's help, but I hope you enjoyed having us on today. Shout out to everyone else who commentated. There was Lucy, there was you or Kuroshiro Gaming, there was Saiki, there was Miki, and there was Eli O for a bit. And of course, with me today is S. So thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm Mixie.
Of course, we can never forget our favorite ice cream princess. I did have a lot of fun. Thank you so much for inviting me, even if it was so short term. This was actually my first time commentating, so I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot.
Absolutely. You did great. Thank you so much for helping me out. S literally just got off of work too. I'm really happy to have this opportunity with such a good friend of mine. Congratulations to Omega once again for being first place in this tournament. Please continue to support everybody. Congrats, Ghost, as well. It was really great to watch you all earlier. If you haven't watched the third place match that was between SugarBabies and Halcyon, SugarBabies was able to clutch the third place. So that puts Halcyon in fourth. And of course, congratulations to all of the teams who were able to put themselves out there. You all did great. Thank you again. And thank you, chat, for spending so much time with us. Thank you for being funny and supportive and being so invested in watching all of these great matches with us.
Right. So a huge thank you to everyone.
Hope you stay tuned and continue to support everyone and go forth, maybe feeling inspired. Who knows? Maybe we will get to watch you and your teams as well. And good luck for the rest of the season. Good luck for the upcoming Call of the Abyss. Good luck with your polls and everything. And enjoy all that Identity 5 has to offer. All right. Anything else you want to say, S, before we wrap up?
I think I'm pretty good. I actually had a lot of fun, and I hope everyone else had fun too, especially because I know like tournaments take a long while over the span of a few weeks. So being able to have everyone here, especially such last minute, is really, really nice.
For sure. Thank you so much, everyone. We are going to call it a day and wrap up the rest of our tourney. Of course, the VODs, if you want to watch any of the replays, they are going to be on Mitsuha channel. So definitely look forward to that. If you ever want to rewatch anything, it's all going to be here. I'm definitely looking forward to checking back these matches and seeing what you all had to say. I also enjoyed seeing what you all had to say live. I hope I didn't miss anything, but yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, and good night.
Good night.
Or good day. Good times. Good luck with Rank. It's still online. I know good on Omega and Ghost for sacrificing some rank time, but we still have about an hour and a half left. So
yeah.
All right, I think we said it all. Yeah. Guys, follow S's art page. Phenomenal Identity 5 art. Does like amazing paintings.
As long as everyone who follows me follows Mixie, we're okay.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, sometimes S and I play together, even on live. It's usually on Twitch, but yeah. Thank you for that. I've been Myxieneo, and today I've been joined by S. Oh, how do you Visaria Blossoms, right, for your Twitter?
It's Viscaria Blossoms. It is.
Viscaria. Oh, okay. Perfect. And thank you so much. This has been the Checkmate Tourney. Congratulations to Omega for emerging victorious. And thank you to all of the teams who participated, as well as staff, and of course to the audience, you guys, everybody. Yes.
Yeah. Congrats, everyone. Bye.